We have another Canadian on the line, continuing our Canadian invasion of the Atheist Community of Austin.
Right?
Lucky's going
Hey,
through some
everybody.
religious trauma and wanted somebody to talk to about it. So, Lucky, tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, great to be on the show. I'm a huge fan of the ACA community and this show. The God I've just discovered I don't believe in anymore brought me here for sure tonight. So what can I say? I could relate to a lot of things that you were saying, Janice, about I was raised in a family that we went to church all the time, and I went to youth groups, and I was even in a group where we were discussing whether or not homosexual ministers could be ordained, and my family left the church when they decided, yes, it was okay for gay people to be going and working in the church. I'm very nervous, and I'm afraid somebody's going to hear me because I know my accent is thick. And I also work for a Catholic organization, and I'd like to get out of it, but it's right now the bread and butter. So
I hear that.
That's hard.
So, are you dependent on them for an income?
it's my job, yes.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
I hear that, especially this year.
What kind of led you to the place you're at now? Like, what were some of the cracks that started to appear in the armor? Can you tell me about that?
Well, I guess after my dad died in 2017, I started questioning my faith and will I ever see him again and things like that. And one day I thought I was seeing a butterfly, and I said, oh, it must be my dad. And one of my friends said, are you sure? And then I didn't realize he was an atheist, and he started telling me about the ACA, and I was really interested. And when I listened, I was hooked, and I listened to it all the time. And I started to listen to other shows, and I started to realize that I was fed a lie, and then I realized that I felt like I was a non-entity because I believed most of my life that everything that happened good in my life was because of God, and anything that happened bad in my life was because I was tempted by Satan.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't exist. So even when people would compliment me, my go-to was, oh, it's not me, it's God.
Yeah.
Thanks, though.
Glory to God. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, glory to God, exactly. So now I'm feel like I'm not suicidal. I'm not that distraught. I still keep my life together, but occasionally I get very angry because I still have thoughts in my head about how hard it is I don't have anybody else I can talk to. I think everybody believes in that. I can't find a therapist that doesn't think I need to turn to God.
Mm-hmm.
I called the religious recovery from religion, and I also got my therapist would be from Minnesota. That's the closest one they could send me to.
So you tried the seculartherapy.org, and the closest one we had was in Minnesota?
No, I tried recovery from religion. Sorry, I did not try that one.
Okay, so recovering from religion is usually just we're kind of peer support. We're a kind ear and a compassionate ear, sort of like me, right? I'm the layperson in between these two experts here that you see. So I benefit from their wisdom. But we do have a sister organization that's called the Secular Therapy Project, and we do have a list of heavily vetted healers that use evidence-based treatments to help you recover from this trauma. So you're not going to get any of that crap about you need to pray or you need to, it's not on you, or it's, God's responsible for the good stuff and Satan for the bad, right? They're not going to give you any of that bullshit. They're going to give you real help and real solutions. So I definitely recommend that you check out that resource. It's seculartherapy.org. I know we do have some therapists in Canada. I see your whereabouts are you from, Lucky?
I'm in Ontario.
Ontario, okay. So I'm fairly certain
much more than that.
We must have somebody there. But even if you just go to our helpline, our chat line, just at recoveringfromreligion.org, and you can just chat in, and an agent will look it up for you and put you in touch.
Yeah, and even if you are if you're open to working online, there are definitely opportunities. The telehealth laws are really silly and ridiculous. Janice, I don't know exactly what it's like up your way in Canada. I know that down here in the States, we have this bizarre patchwork of rules and regulations. But beyond all of that, it's just important that people are getting the care that they need. And so regardless of where you're at, if you have the ability to watch this show, if you have the ability to connect to the internet, you have the ability to get in touch with a great religious trauma coach or counselor or therapist of some stripe or some format. I recognize how difficult it can be to find those people, but they absolutely, absolutely exist. And so even if you need to email me directly, sex@atheist-community.org, if that is something that you're looking for, it's something that you can find.
And also, I am Canadian. I live in British Columbia, and I am a therapist. I work with people who have religious trauma.
Perfect.
I would be willing to do it online for sure. Zoom calls, definitely.
Yeah, so to everybody listening, wherever you are, there is opportunity for healing and for growth for you.
I think
you came to the right place, Lucky.
Thanks. When I heard what your topic was, I thought I came here, this was meant to be. And every time I listen to your show, I get something out of it. So I know that people are listening now will be getting something out of it. And it maybe helps somebody to know that you don't have to any longer feel the shame of that you're born unclean, but you're better than everybody else. These are the two things that I struggled with. I felt ashamed when I would get things, but other people didn't, because I was somehow, I was one of the chosen ones, because I feel embarrassed sharing that, but that was part of my life for a long time.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I want to thank you as well. The moment you said it, there was definitely something inside of me that was like, oh, I remember that feeling. And honestly, just bringing it back to awareness and then noticing it and then letting it go is a beautiful therapeutic experience in itself. So thank you for being vulnerable with us tonight.
Thank you, guys. I'm so shy, but I feel much better, and we should let somebody else have a turn.
You are doing so great, and you have actually found a community that you can sort of lean on. You can join the Atheist Community of Austin Discord. You can join Recovering from Religion's online community, and you can even talk to Christy Powell, and you can talk to our wonderful Janice, and you can get yourself some help. So thank you so much for calling in tonight. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nate. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks, and keep up the great work.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Aww.
Yeah,
Canadians are so sweet.
Gives me the feels.